CzarThwomp here, and welcome to the first episode of my new Let's Play, We Love Katamari Damacy, the sequel to the original Katamari Damacy, which essentially takes everything that the first game did and does it bigger and does it better, basically. More level variety, more stuff to roll up, the King of Cosmos having an even bigger ego. So without further ado, let's go. And also more absurdity. Yeah, we'll take the M. Okay, anyways, every time you start up the game, I don't know why just Katamari Damacy has two different main menus, where basically just you select the file right at the start of the game, and then basically you get the intro, and then you get presented with this main menu. I think that this may just be the menu for the reroll edition. I don't know if the original We Heart Katamari Damacy has this, but hey, we're doing it. But anyways, one thing about this game is that unfortunately, like with its predecessor, it has a weird thing in regards to the sound. So basically just, yeah. So basically, in terms of sound effects, I can't really edit them until...
The great cosmos. A world of mystery both tantalizing and terrifying. Not a very well-publicized world to understand, but a glamorous and influential world nevertheless. Bold yet sensitive and rugged to boot. Tolerant and compassionate with a heart deeper than the oceans. Such is the great cosmos, and the king that rules over it is marvelous to behold. Except for the one time that he destroyed all the stars in the universe. No big deal, really. Having come to and realized the folly of his ways, the wisest of kings sent to the planet Earth his beloved son, the prince, and commanded him to make a Katamari of ample proportions. Tossed unceremoniously to earth, the valiant prince rolled the Katamari entrusted to him by the king, rolling up more things than you can count. Vaulting boxes, pencils, erasers,
postcards, ramen, robots, cows, sheep, this girl, that boy, moms and dads, bicycles, moms and dads, buildings, rainbows, clouds, islands, rainbows and dreams.
The prince rolled them all up, rolled and rolled until the Katamari was big enough to be lifted up to space to replace the shiny stars that were so grievously lost. And that, dear friends, was the plot and purpose of the fabulous game called
Katamari Damacy!
Its popularity recognized no boundaries or borders, and it rolled right out of the game to bundle away the many and sundry ills that blight the modern world. Overnight, the king found himself a superstar. The adulation of the crowd knew no limits.
I want to meet the king! I think he should be bigger. The king is so cool.
I want to roll up more stuff. Oh dear, such a chorus. Fans crying out from all over the world for the magnificent king to do his thing.
Anyways, as I was saying, basically, just... Okay, are we gonna get more cutscene? Okay, but anyways, as I was saying, basically, just do the way this game is configured. You can't mess with any of the settings until you actually start. Thankfully, unlike the first game where you were just thrust right into the tutorial, you actually have a chance to interact with the settings before you do that, so that's at least a plus. Ah, sweet memories. Actually, no, you aren't. I guess not. There was that time we smashed all the stars in the sky. Yeah, I love how basically the king, he gets a throne in this game. He gets a pimp throne in this game. It's not just the king of Cosmos just standing menacingly over you. This time, he's sitting menacingly. It's like something out of a dream. And love how the text just decides to auto-scroll. Can't commentate, can we now? We so totally forgot. What made us remember? Looky, the only place with stars is around Earth. Looks like Katamari Damacy was being lazy. Looks like Katamari Damacy had everyone fooled. What impresses us all over is the scale of destruction we wrought. We were on a roll. Yes, we were. Fierce and fabulous we certainly were. We were really something. Yes, yes. Oh, speaking of something, here's a little tidbit. Not that we get it, but it seems we're quite a hit. A big hit with Earth. The star is so full of stuff. A star now apparently full of our fans that are people that don't want to get destroyed in one of your aimless rampages of destruction. Prince, what do you think they love about us? Our looks, our tights, our moustache. Oh, Eureka! We've got it! The giant side things on my head! I don't know what this is, but damn it, people must love it! It's our chin! Yes! That must be! Yes! Must be! Our chin is so magnificent! Earth is full of dedicated followers of our chin! I want to hold your chin! Let me feel your goatee! They ask so nicely, so passionately, how can we say no? So now, our prince, you must go to Earth and grant our fans their wishes. Their wishes are our chin's command. Our chin's commands are our wishes, and so on. Okay, so we do get thrust back on Earth. Okay, I just wanted to verify. Anyways, yes, the world is full of fans of the king. It's just one guy. So basically, all you have to do is just talk to people, complete their missions, and you can progress. Some missions are optional, of course, but it's fun to do them nonetheless. So in regards to this playthrough, just like the first Katamari Damacy game, I'm gonna try my best with all the missions. But I'm not going to aim for just an absolute perfect completion score. And speaking of completion, you get 2% just by going through the intro cutscene and talking to the king. 2% of the game is accomplished just by talking. Okay, so anyways, in the options though, I am going to basically mess with the options a little, where basically I'm just going to lower the sound effects by just a little bit. That way, basically, we're not getting blasted by sound effects. The sound effects are actually the loudest part of the game, whereas the music is pretty stable. So anyways, unlike the first game, where you're on your planet and then you basically select the missions by just flying around the world, this time we've got to interact with people. And we talk to this guy. Nice to meet you, Your Highness. Katamari Damacy's fun. Or it was fun. I think it must have been fun. I'm sorry, I've forgotten. I've completely forgotten how to roll the Katamari. Blasphemy! And then this guy gets blasted down by the wrath of the king, his laser eyes. I know I'm a goof, but I heart Katamari Damacy. Help me remember, please. As if we have a choice in the matter. Alrighty, let's leave our fans on Earth to the prince. Now, where shall we go and play? Oh, it's the prince! What do you want with us? How dare you demand love and acknowledgement from your father? You have to earn our love. What? Ooh! You forgot? Forgot how to roll the Katamari? How to enjoy the Katamari? The meaning of life. Of course you forgot. You stupid Binky boy. It's the things you can't forget that make you hurt. We think it's maybe further not to dredge things up. Your Highness is cool. Cool? No, it's important to remember. No, it's crucial to remember. Yes. We'll just try and think back. Yes. Yeah, but just one thing you'll notice, every time the mission starts, the king's like, I'm kind of reluctant. But then someone compliments him, and then it's like, go time. Friends that forgot all about Katamari Damacy, or friends playing the very first game of Katamari Damacy. For all friends old and new, the prince will roll in their place. So, what is a Katamari? What could a Katamari be? What does it taste like? Does it have a point? Why roll? Why make it bigger? So many options and schools of thought, but let's just try it first, yes? Hear ye, we present to all the and sundry, the Katamari, the ball, here it is! This is an average Katamari, so utterly devoid of any new and improvedness. Take the standard Katamari and roll it with both hands. Use your left and right hands to roll. Get it? You'll get it. That's enough, yes. We did good, yes. So, just roll your way around until you've mastered Katamari. Damacy on your own. Alrighty. See the yellow platform ahead? For now, let's head on over there. So basically, just like in the first Katamari Damacy game, we have a tutorial where basically just this game has bow controls. Where basically, like in the Ape Escape series, basically if you push both of the sticks forward, you move forward. Push them to the side, you turn. Basically, you can rotate by just moving one stick up and one stick down. You can also there are also more complex controls that we'll be getting into. As Windows Defender tells me about my computer state. Thank you for scaring me, Windows Defender. Oh yes, you're out up there. Good. You're so smart. I won't have to replace you with the monkey. Alrighty then, go ahead and roll up stuff. Roll lots and grow nice and big. So basically, in regard to the goal of this game, like with the first game, your main goal, roll things up, get bigger, so that way you can roll up even bigger things, and then from there, you can basically just roll up even bigger things from there. Try to roll up as much stuff as you can, and you're all good. So anyways, there are stuff that will be too big. If you run into something that's too big, you either will not pick it up, you'll just bump against it, or it'll just knock you aside, or it could even potentially cause you to lose some stuff. Though, unlike in the first game, where it was very easy to lose stuff, Oh, you've grown! Good! You're so cute. With a Katamari that big, you can climb even higher. Try it! Let's try it! So anyways, as I was saying, it was very easy in the first game to lose stuff. If you even lightly touch something, you could potentially lose a whole bunch of stuff. Though in this game, it's a lot more generous. So anyways, let's just pick up this stuff. I am a nitnoid when it comes to this sort of thing, where basically I try to pick up as much as I can. In fact, basically, it tends to bite me in the ass because one big thing about this game is that there is a big speed component to it, where you're either trying to pick up as much stuff as you possibly can in a limited time frame, or you're trying to basically pick up a fixed number of stuff as fast as you can. So basically, So with how precise I tend to be when I'm going through this, how thorough I sweep through levels, it tends to hurt me a little just having to basically just rush through. But hey, it's a necessary evil. So anyways, just roll up the wall. Wowie! You got up there and safe and sound! Wowies! Yet another thing you can do! So when you're just a little bigger, you could maybe roll Ace up. Here, this is Ace, the cousin of the prince. Or a cousin what's rule, we forget. Cousin, kin, something like that. Oh, Alrighty, time for you to challenge Ace head on. So basically, our goal is now to roll up Ace. So as you can see, we have some more complex controls. We have the Prince view, press L, and you can basically look around the level. You're really not going to be using this all that often. You can also zoom in. You also have the Katamari view, which basically lets you zoom in and lets you get your bearings. Though, to be honest, you're really not going to be needing these two views. In fact, basically, using these views could bite you in the ass because it's all about, because this game is has a big emphasis on moving. Just constantly moving, constantly trying to just pick up objects. And if you're just stopping to look at things instead of actually going to pick things up, you're going to just not be reaching your full potential. We have the Prince turn, which is a really useful technique, lets you turn around instantly. So, yeah, if you ever need to just go in a tight area and you're just picking things up and you're on a roll, don't be afraid to use this. And then we have the most advanced technique in the game, in my personal opinion, the Prince Dash. Basically, the Prince Dash allows for you to just move insanely fast. It essentially lets you just pick up a bunch of items. But on the other hand, it's very hard to execute, at least for me, because you have to because you essentially have to twirl the control sticks, both sticks, and then you launch forward. It's a lot easier to do the Prince Dash when you're tiny, but when you're larger, well, not only are you a lot slower, but it's harder to execute. It's not as pinpoint. Wait, is there something down there? Big ball. Was that ball spelled with one L? But anyways, as you can see, we are actually on the king's head. Yeah, the first area is literally the king of all cosmos. He has Ace on the mind. So yeah, basically, if you really want to excel at this game, you need to master the Prince role. But don't worry, basically, one thing about this game is that it is very casual. It's arguably one of the most casual games I've ever played, where basically both this and its predecessor. Because basically, all you have to do, just complete the levels, the base requirements. You don't have to go above and beyond. There really is no reward for going above and beyond besides basically just bragging rights. Basically, if you complete the level with the base requirements, in terms of completion, it's no different than if you were to actually just do it max potential. Was it like this, Katamari Damacy? Honestly, this is not what we were thinking of, but it looks kind of fun. A kind of sort of fun game. 21 centimeters or 4 millimeters. We are a little touched. So big and just from a trading run. An unbelievable size. Astonishing, really. Very true and fabulous. Oh, it's Cousin Ace. What were you doing on Earth? You were at the tutorial stage? We have no idea what you're talking about. This kind of already feels strange-ish. Not that we understand if that's a good thing or not. Oh wow, I remember everything, really, everything this time. It's totally the best Katamari Damacy. Your Highness, thank you so much. This Katamari is just a token of my thanks. I'd like to offer it to you. Oh, really? You're giving it to us? Seriously? Fabulous! Thank you, we are so pleased. What should we do with it? Oh! We can pop it up into the cosmos. Yes, that's what we'll do. Look, it's a star now. Wow, it's so beautiful. We totally forgot to tell you, but this is the Select Plaza. Talk to fans, chat with cousins. Do a little saving, look at your collection. Move around a little, maybe while pressing Y or R. When you get tired of rolling, just hang out here. So yeah, basically, even though one thing is that even though the king was praising us back there in that first stage, it's not so easy to get praise from him. Like in the first game, you have to really work for the king's praise. By the way, if you're in the Select Plaza, you can run around with Y by holding the Y button if you're playing the Switch version. Or, if you press the R button, you can skip. So basically, unlike the first Katamari game where you were limited to only playing as the prince, if you talk to a cousin, you can basically play as them. Though personally I want to stick with the prince, just because the prince is the classic. Anyways, just if you press the X button, you can actually go and you can interact with any fans you've unlocked. Basically, as a quick select of sorts. Basically, since we only have the tutorial here, if we try to do the tutorial again, basically, we're just going to be doing the exact same stage we just did, and we're just going to be aiming for a better high score. So basically, let's go and do the true first level of the game.
I want to see the Royal Rainbow. Hello, Your Highness. I just love you. That beard, that nose, that chin, that style, that crown. I love it all, and cannot talk. My dreams see a real life one. Please show me.
Yeah, curse you, game, for auto-scrolling. I can't enjoy the dialogue. We are hungry. Our tummy is a-rumbly. What shall we eat? Oh, it's the prince. We shall eat you. Like Kronos in the midst of old. What? What kind of food? Huh? A royal rainbow? Why, when our tummy is so empty? Ew, no way, boring.
Your Highness is so striking.
Striking? Oh, we so like rainbows. You simply must see it. Should we go ahead and make a Katamari too? Yes, let's go. Is Katamari Damacy really that fun? Well, it is fun, otherwise I wouldn't be playing it. We're hungry, let's roll here. This is an Earth home so unbelievably small. Plenty spacious for the prince, but not so much for us, because he is so small and worthless. Oh, we forgot about the Katamari. How about this much time to make this bigger Katamari? Basically, we have 3 minutes to make a Katamari that's 15 centimeters. If you could match, that would be nice. Alrighty, the prince, it's all yours now. So anyways, ooh, your first ever roll-up. It's June 21st today. June 21st, your roll-up anniversary, and now they know when CzarThwomp records. Oh, how it has happened. Okay, so yeah, that's too big for us. Anyways, one thing about this game that is kind of funny is that basically, both with this and the first game, even though you are in no way punished for basically underperforming in a level, as long as you get the minimum requirements, I always feel a little stressed when I'm doing levels, because I want to do my best. For some reason, I feel the need to impress the king. I don't know why. Basically, even though the king, even at his most insulting, he's not basically he's not as bad as he was in the first game, basically. The king is nowhere near as bad as he was in the first game, where basically in the first game, he's just actively calling the prince worthless. He's like, ooh, you are worthless, you are a sad child boy. Yeah, basically, if anything, the king is actually much more encouraging in this one. So basically, yeah, just roll around, collect what you can. We don't have that much time. So yeah, basically, one thing you're always trying to do is just collect as big of an object as you possibly can. Just... Okay, I know. Yes, we know about the goals, king. Okay, so yeah. We're at a point where we can just really start rolling. Come on. Yeah, one thing is that sometimes you have to be a little strategic with this game. Where sometimes it's easier to go to areas when you're tiny, and then roll up everything that you see around you, and then basically get bigger, then you roll over to a different section. Okay, come on. Come on, roll. I think we're doing pretty well. Okay, we're pretty much doubling. Come on. Okay, roll it up. Okay. Yeah, well, on that topic, I am not going to be getting every last present. I'm not going to be getting every last cousin, just because, well, for one thing, I don't really know where to find the grand bulk of things. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I basically just play the game. Okay. If I find any cousins, if I find any presents, hey, that's good. Okay, 29. Okay, all done. Our tummy is empty. Shall we go home and get something to eat? And then the king's gonna be like, this Katamari is too small. Can you go on, peasant? And I feel sad because I feel like I should have done better. Ooh, we're hungry after all. We want to eat something. Like this cream puff. That looks good. Oh, it's a Katamari. Oh, look, 29 centimeters. Who knew you could do so well? Yeah, well, I'm like, oh, it takes a lot to get the king's praise. And that's like, I get it right in the second level as well. Not bad at all. This Katamari strikes us as not bad at all. Of course, we've seen much right. Yeah, there we go. Where the king just gives his backhanded compliments. This Katamari feels snackish. Not that we understand what snackish means.
It's very good. A live rainbow. That was nice. Yeah, it was pretty big. So I'm giving you the Katamari as a present. Yeah, that was okay.
Oh, really? You're giving it to us? Seriously? Fabulous! Thank you, we're so pleased. What should we do with it? Ooh, we can pop it up into the cosmos. Yes, that's what we'll do.
Oh, it's a star now. Wow, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, to be honest, when it comes to a lot of these characters, I'm not gonna be all that invested in their voices because I mean they're just minor characters who are just giving us the missions. That storyboard was quite interesting. It's a storyboard, but the pictures move, and there's music, an extreme storyboard. That's what it is. It's called a movie. How fascinating, a movie. So that storyboard movie, what it showed is a glimpse into our youthful days, a pretty tumultuous tale of daring do. We can't wait for episode 2. What? If we keep rolling, we'll eventually get to see it? Alrighty, we're going to roll on ahead. See you later. Yeah, as you can tell, okay, so basically we got multiplayer, which I will not be doing because I have no one else. But anyways, as you can tell by that cutscene, basically, a big emphasis on the plot of this game is just delving into basically the King of Cosmos' backstory and just what made him who he is today. Where basically, it's at this moment that you realize that even though the King of Cosmos, he had his moments in the first game where he was really just abusive towards the prince, where he's like, oh, the prince is worthless, the prince is nothing. You realize that his own father was just so much worse, and that basically just the way of the Cosmos clan is basically just each generation has been like a punch, but the King of Cosmos actually does softer punch, essentially. Because as you will see with the King of Cosmos' dad, who I call the Emperor of Cosmos, essentially, just, he does not interact, all he's like is, do work, do mission. Whereas the King of Cosmos at least tries to make it fun, you know? He tries to make it lively, and he is willing to give out compliments. But anyways, with that said, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. Well, I'll see you next time. Bye.